Oh no, okay. Taurean. I fucked it up. Sorry, Taurean. You know what fucked me up? That fucking goblet or whatever the fuck that is. I'm so sorry, man. I try to go for the joke. And I love your shirt though, man.
All right, let's do this thing. So, I think about death a lot. Mostly how I want to die, but I know I'm not alone here. A lot of us do it. The thing is, typically when we do it, it's always something cool and dignified. It's never normal. Normal fucking sucks. There's no overwhelming sense of piss and despair in the Matrix. And in turn, there's no kung fu allowed in nursing homes. I tried it once, it didn't go very well. In my defense, Alzheimer's should mean you forget how to block. But then, things start to get a bit ridiculous. Like, mostly men, too. I want to die in a blaze of glory. Oh, that'll be cool. You stub your toe and bitch for 5 minutes, so I'm sure you'll take this barrage of bullets like a man. Or, I want to die in a whorehouse, banging hookers till my heart gives out. As if that underage Filipino tranny doesn't have enough problems with you releasing your bowels all over. First off, that costs $50, and you're dead, so who's gonna pay that? Everybody's so obsessed with death, but nobody's obsessed with crippled. There's no 27 club for crippled people. There's not even a 700 club for crippled people. But let's face it, if God crippled you, you probably weren't on his good side to begin with. And crippled's kind of embarrassing. People make fun of crippled all day long like it's some kind of socially conscious attempt to bring down what must be dangerously high levels of self-esteem. But I get it. Breakdancers are cocky as shit, and these people are always crip walking. Pretty soon, that exaggerated limp is going to turn into the best damn windmill you've ever seen. And anytime I look at crippled, all I really see is lost potential. I know polio's always a bad thing, but with a little bit more bone structure, you could have been the best twister player ever. And good luck with clothes. There's no fashionable way to hide an arm brace. It doesn't really matter how well the suit fits. I doubt you'll be getting the cover of GQ anytime soon. And if you're in a wheelchair, say goodbye to good nicknames. Looks, race, skill, personality, none of that shit matters anymore. It's always gonna be wheels. Or if you're really lucky, Christopher not walking. So, I daydream a lot, mostly about superheroes. But the older I get, the more I start to realize it would be really shitty to be a superhero. First off, there's so many of them these days, it's not special. By now, the novelty's worn off and chicks are starting to realize that bursting into flames doesn't really have any type of application in the bedroom. And that just means more nights alone for me and flame hands. And honestly, that's very unpleasant. And somebody's always hating. When Superman stops a short bus from going off a cliff, he's the guy arguing that retarded kids don't count. But they do count. Retards are people too. It's just that there's a lot of weird math and fractions involved to figure out how many of them equal out to a normal kid. Honestly, that's neither here nor there right now. And you can't tell anybody, so if you're always coming home at the crack of dawn beaten up and sweaty, pretty soon people are gonna start to think you're a prostitute. And good luck keeping a schedule. Why's Peter Parker always late? I don't know. He must be working on Black Panther time. See, that was a comic book joke and a racist joke, so honestly, I feel proud about myself. And there's never any positive reason to become a superhero. No, that shit's always negative. Somebody's gotta die, and it's usually parents. Which leads me to believe that the comic book industry is just a front to make orphans seem unlovable. We all know what Batman did when his parents got killed. There's nothing heroic about living in a foster home and crying all day. And speaking about Batman, talk about a jaded son of a bitch. If you spend your night swinging on rooftops getting groped by chicks in leather, and your only response is complete indifference, what do you do on those lazy Sundays? Batman can't get a kick out of reruns of Everybody Loves Raymond. Brad Garrett's not that funny, and I doubt him and Robin hang out all that much. There's only so much time a young man can spend with an eccentric weirdo before somebody starts suggesting some inappropriate games. I'm not saying this is solely Batman's fault. I am saying, however, it is his idea to make Robin wear stockings and tight green underwear in the first place. And Batman can't play board games. He's too smart for that shit. Hey Robin, where's Batman at? Well, he's playing Connect 4 alone again. You know how much he loves that Connect 4. He plays, beats himself, says, "Pretty sneaky, Mom and Dad," and then he bursts into tears. It's kind of depressing. No, you can't do any of that. And I said all that as a preface to leave you with this one thought that I want you to think about for a while, maybe while you're trying to sleep, something like that. It must take a lot of weird shit to get Bruce Wayne's dick hard. All right, thank you. I'm Taurean.
Keep it going for Taurean. And the Simpson shirt, that Simpson shirt. Good set there, Taurean. All right, coming up to the stage. On Thursday, if you would have went to a horse race,